What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jake Podger. Welcome to the AFC East Summit Show, joined today by Keith and Anthony. We're going to be diving into Mock Draft 2.0 for us, this time involving some trades. It's going to be a nice four-rounder, really exciting. And on top of that, we're going to discuss a little bit about, of course, the Combine that just wrapped up and some of the franchise tags that happen around the league. More to come right after this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the AFC East Summit Show, where we talk all AFC football, AFC East news, NFL news, you name it. It's a beautiful thing. Tonight, joined by Anthony and Keith. Anthony representing the Jets, repping that Wayne Corbett jersey, which I absolutely love. Beautiful. Just a tough, gritty receiver. Hofstra University, by the way, they don't even have a football program anymore. You know who the last prominent receiver to come out of there was? After Wayne Corbett?
Yeah, there was a dude for the Saints.
Yes.
Colston?
Marcus
Yes.
Colston.
Marcus Colston.
Correct. Yep. Another underrated guy. But Hofstra, man, they seem to produce some absolute dogs at the receiver position for whatever reason.
How is it possible that he came out of Hofstra and the Jets didn't sign him as UDFA? Because he was a UDFA too.
Right? Yeah. It's bizarre. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, listen, I promised our wives tonight that we would try to keep it to that hour and a half limit. I don't know if Keith has to work tonight or not, but we're going to try our best. I want to dive right into a little bit of Combine talk. So the Combine just wrapped up. It was exciting. We had a record broken at the 40-yard dash with Xavier Worthy running 4.21. We had some guys that really overperformed and showcased and maybe worked themselves into the first round. So I'm actually going to start with Keith. Keith, give me one name, one player that you had your eye on that really impressed you during the Combine this weekend.
Okay. How about Tip Ryman, tight end?
Ooh, very nice.
He came out of the Combine. He really impressed me. 4.6, 4.40, 28 reps on the bench press. Looks smooth running his routes. I was super impressed by him and Ben Sinnott, 4.6, 8.40, and a 40-inch vertical. Both those guys, I profiled tight ends last week. I profiled Ben Sinnott. Tip Ryman, right? He kind of fell through my cracks a little bit, but he is officially on my radar after his Combine performance.
Hell yeah. Yeah, our boy Weston would be pretty happy about that. He knows a thing or two about tight ends being the team that has one of the best of all time in Travis Kelce. That's his boy. He's been talking up Tip Ryman for quite some time. He did not disappoint. By the way, he's a big Ben Sinnott guy too. He's from Kansas, so kind of goes hand in hand. He'll be pretty ecstatic about that himself. So already got Trek Reviewer out there talking and just saying DT Tavondre Sweat. Yeah, I guess I'll go. So he actually was not on my list of top performers for the Combine, but still on my radar, of course. I'm actually going to go in another direction. A different guy that I talked about last week, Braden Fisk, guys, ran the fastest 40 amongst defensive tackles, 4.78. He just absolutely killed it. I mean, he showed his athleticism. He showed his motor. He destroyed it during the drills. And he worked himself into an early second-round pick, in my opinion. So just a great job by him. And that's Kyle Williams 2.0, like I said. I freaking love it. Can't hate it. And then I'll name one offensive player. How could I not name my boy Xavier Leggett? Guy did not disappoint. Now, his first 40-yard dash, I was a little underwhelmed. 4.47, and I'm like, he's going to get it on this next one. Ends up running 4.39. Did you see how that dude looked out there, fellas? He looked like a man amongst boys. And I know you can't judge a book by its cover, but when you look the part, it definitely helps a little bit. And then when you go out and perform like he did, that only helped a little bit more. So it's interesting because I still have been doing a lot of these mock drafts and I've seen him going in the late second round. So I'm curious to see if that will change as we get closer. But even post-Combine, it still seems to be the case, and I can't figure it out. And that goes for both of the main mock draft sites. I've seen it on both PFF Mock Draft and the other one, Pro Football Network Mock Draft. So, hey, I guess if the Bills end up staying at 60, they don't have to trade up. Maybe they can get our guy Xavier Leggett at 60 even. Who knows? But yeah, those are my two.
That's the thing about this class, though. Like, where are you going to jam them into? Who are you taking off? Who are you moving down?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
this is one of the best classes I've seen in quite some time,
I think
just
it's
across
the
the board.
I think it's
Yeah.
the best class I've ever seen since I started scouting. Like
Yeah.
hardcore scouting for sure, but like this class is just unbelievable.
It's amazing.
It's ridiculous. There's first round. There are probably. I mean, there's always every single year. There's 65 players in the first round, mocked in the first round, like at this time of the year. But it feels like there's probably actually 50 first round caliber players. There's at least 15 like top 10 quality players. At least 15.
Yeah.
Like there's years where there's 6.
It makes for an exciting draft.
Yeah. It's like we said before, Anthony, and we talked about it on Sunday, Jake. There's so many great offensive players that are going to be going in the top 10. You're looking at 8, maybe even 10 guys going in the top 10 on offense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's leaving out defensive guys like Jared Verse, who we talked about on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just so many. The defensive tackle from Texas,
Murphy.
Yeah, Byron Murphy.
And then Johnny Newton gets slept on, and then Chop Robinson, Latu. This class is ridiculous. Quinyon Mitchell. The other guy from Alabama, Arnold.
Tyrion Arnold.
Kool-Aid McKinstry was like a top 7 pick 3 months ago before anybody started scouting. Now that guy's barely getting in the first round in mocks.
Yeah,
if he is,
wild, man. Yeah.
That's
what does he have?
Offensive tackles? Forget it.
Yep. And does Kool-Aid McKinstry, does he have a broken foot? Is that what it is?
Yes. So he's going to be out until probably training camp.
Yeah, that hurts, man. I feel for that kid.
That's gonna affect his draft stock a little bit. And he was already dropping for some reason. I think a lot of it was because he didn't have great numbers this year. That's because nobody was throwing at him.
Mm-hmm.
He also on tape lacks a lot of physicality. That dude doesn't like to tackle. He doesn't like to do any kind of run support. He loves to just chase after people and cover, and he's goddamn good at it. But there are a lot of plays, and we don't watch tape, I guess, on this show. I wish I could highlight stuff where it's consistent that he won't come up and tackle. He's just waiting for somebody else. And on run plays, he does the thing with the wide receiver where you pretend to block, I pretend to care.
Yeah.
And we'll get on to the next play.
And I hate to compare him to, the man, but Deion Sanders was the same way. So it's not as though you can't make a living doing that in the NFL.
Absolutely.
There's been a bunch of corners who just weren't interested in helping out in run support and had fine careers.
Stephon Gilmore, another name for you. Talk about a guy that was always labeled as soft, and he won Defensive Player of the Year himself. So Yep. Anthony, you got 2 names that?
I got 2 names for you. First name, one of my. I got 2 words for you. No, my first name is a pet player of mine. Huge fan, Patrick Paul.
Love that. Yes.
All right. I knew he was big. I knew he was long. But goddamn, 6'7.5", 36 1/4 arms, 36 1/4. You got this man out here running 4 or 5'1", 440. 10-yard split, 177 at 330 pounds. Man, rep 29 reps of the 220 of the 225 bench with 36 1/4 arms.
Yeah,
bro, that bar is traveling.
Yeah. Well put. Yeah.
Wow. He's been a project player of mine for a while. I like him a lot. I like him a whole lot more than the mock draft server did. Great pass blocker, needs to clean up some technique, but I don't care. This dude has every single measurable that you want, and was one of the highest graded by PFF pass blockers in the country last year. And like I've mentioned before, 3-year captain at Houston. How do you turn that down? 3-year captain. Yep. Since he was a freshman, he's a junior this year. That's the first name that I have for you. And the second one, I'm going to be cheating a little bit. Xavier Worthy. I knew you were fast. I didn't know you were goddamn that fast.
Yeah, right.
I
and you know what's
somebody had to say it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's crazy too. I think a lot of people are concerned, obviously, with the size only being 165, but I assure you, go turn his tape on because this dude is unbelievable with the football in his hands. He'll take a screenplay 80 yards to the house. Like, that's just how good he is. So
I didn't realize he was
to me-
also an elite kick and punt returner.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that
So
he added
just-
that kind of value.
Yep. So just add it on, you know? So this kid, talk about a riser. I feel like early second round at least. I could see it, you know, unfortunately, I could see a team like Kansas City even maybe taking a chance on him at 32. It would maybe make sense for their offense.
He always looked like a back end of the first rounder to me.
Yeah.
That's how he looked on tape for me from like the very beginning when I first started scouting about 2 months ago for this class. He looked like a back end of the first rounder guy, but like with that much speed, and it shows on tape. It's not like he's slow on tape. I was expecting maybe it's gonna be in the high 4.3s, but like 4.21. This dude's a freak of nature. So like, and you know that he can do kick and punt returns like Santana Moss, but bigger.
Good name. Good name. I like that. I was going to say Deshaun Jackson. I like Santana Moss even better. Freaking love it. Yes. Beautiful.
Well, Jake, you said 32 to the Chiefs. What about to the Bills, 28?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, so my only caveat with that is I would love to get that guy, but I would love to get a bigger receiver first, if that makes sense. I want like an outside guy that's, you know, I don't want Stephon Diggs size. I don't want Deshaun Jackson. I don't want Santana Moss size. I want a guy, A.J. Brown. You know what I mean?
You want Xavier Leggett.
Well, you know exactly.
You want Xavier Leggett.
Correct. Yes. I want the other Xavier. I still like Xavier Worthy. You got a lot of love for that kid. He's going to be a star.
If you can't get Leggett, how would you feel about Keon Coleman?
I still have issues with his tape because it just seemed like he couldn't generate any type of separation in college. Now, he had a really good showing at the combine. I felt like his 40-yard dash, obviously disappointing to a lot of people, but when you look at what he did, like in the skill position drills, and you saw him catch the football as a big contested catch guy, he will be good in this league for that. I think he can do it. He moves fluidly still. My only concern is still like just getting separation at the next level. I don't know.
I don't think you can coach that. That's what a wide receiver coach is for.
To an extent, Anthony.
True.
To an extent, you can coach that.
I just don't want Gabe Davis kind of had that issue. You know what I mean? So I don't want to have the same issues.
Gabe Davis was never as physical as Keon Coleman. And Keon Coleman has some of the best things in the entire class.
That's
true. Gabe Davis has never been accused of.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah. I mean, I guess it all depends situationally where we're at. Like if he's available as like a steal, then I would say yes. Okay. But I have other guys on my board over him.
Okay.
So, yeah. But, fellas, let's talk real quickly just about the franchise tags that happen. Some notable players. The other Josh Allen from Jacksonville ends up getting tagged. He's going to make $24 million this year. Brian Burns was tagged, the non-exclusive franchise tag. Kyle Duggar, T. Higgins, Jalen Johnson, Justin Madubuike, Michael Pittman Jr., which is huge. L'Jarius Sneed and Antoine Winfield Jr. Some of the players not tagged: Saquon Barkley, Xavier McKinney, and Heath.
Yep.
Christian Wilkins. Yep. How are we feeling about it?
I have reached the acceptance stage of grief. We're losing Christian Wilkins. He's going to get the bag from somebody. It might be the Patriots, might be the Jets, might be.
Could you imagine that? Oh man.
If the Jets decided to back up the Brinks truck for yet another defensive tackle, while our wide receiver 2 is an undrafted free agent, our wide receiver 3 is an undrafted free agent.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I'm listing teams that have.
I would expect it. I would completely expect it to let Bryce Goff walk out the door, back up the Brinks truck for Christian Wilkins, have no wide receiver 2, no wide receiver 3. Have no plan for left tackle, right tackle, left guard because we just cut him, an injured right guard, and like we've got a center, guys. Let's go get him. We don't need an offensive line. We just hold him to 0 every game. That's the plan.
Yeah, so I've reached the acceptance stage with Christian Wilkins. We're going to lose him, and. You know, I'm kind of talking myself into it being better long-term for the Dolphins because if we're being honest about it, it might be. They are not contenders next season. Let's just call a spade here. They aren't. They're not going to be a contending team. and they need to get their salary cap situation under control. You don't do that by handing out $22 million to a defensive tackle. Not when you don't need to. They got a bargain price with Zach Sealer. They can draft a guy. They can bring in a guy on like a bargain basement contract. They need to start getting their salary cap situation under control. And giving out big contracts to 28-year-old defensive tackles isn't how you do it. So, yeah, I've reached the acceptance stage, as you can tell. I was angry. I was apoplectic when I first heard the Dolphins were going to give him. And, I denied it. I said, oh, well, that doesn't mean anything. What does Ian Rappaport know? I still would love to have him back.
My dad coming in, Keith, who will step up and grab balls in the game now. Notorious for that, yes.
Yeah, he was. I'm sure Josh Allen's going to be the happiest man of all.
Oh, for sure. You better believe he is.
He's going back.
Unless he goes to the Jets.
Yeah,
or
unless he goes to the Jets.
Now, the Patriots have $1 trillion.
Yeah, they do. And it would hurt to see Christian Wilkins in a Patriots uniform.
Yeah. By the way, guys, Chris not joining us tonight, I don't think. I don't know. I know that he's still working on getting himself a new laptop and getting himself set up. So we will be drafting for him still. I don't know if we're going to make the right moves, but we're going to try our best. Okay.
Yeah.
So Chris, forgive us. Yeah. We're going to trade 3. We're going to trade that to the Jets maybe, and then the Jets will trade with the Bills. We're going to really mess this all up. Real quick, just going some of the comments here. Trucker Viewer, I'd like to see the Bills trade back and see if they can get 2 more second-round picks. I agree, Trucker Viewer. I have a plan in place. Don't you worry. Stay tuned. It's going to be fun. My dad's saying, I think Bean will make a trade to get Brian Thomas Jr., another great combine performer. The Bills now have 11 picks. Yeah, good point, Dad. The Bills actually went ahead and traded their backup center / swing tackle / guard / whatever position on the offensive line, Ryan Bates, to the Bears. The Bears actually made a play for him a couple of years ago. They wanted to get him, but the Bills matched the tender, and we were able to get him back, or the offer sheet, rather. So they end up making a trade, Ryan Bates, for a 5th-round pick. So the Bills acquire another pick. I think we save about $1.4 million or something like that. So that's good. And then we went and signed Jack Anderson back to the team. So Jack Anderson was spending some time with the Colts. He's now back with the Bills. He was on our practice squad back in the day. And we got our backup center. So interesting move there for sure. Curious to see if the Bills will end up making a move for a center in the draft, or if Mitch Morse continues on this year, or if he's a cap casualty cut, or I guess we'll find out, right? But yeah, my dad also asking, by the way, guys, here, how many picks do the Jets and Finns have this year? Do you guys know that off the top of your heads?
Not as much as I'd like.
No, but I'm looking up right now. I did look up the Bills picks, and yes, it's true. You guys have 11, but 6 of them are 159 or later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
The Dolphins have a 1st, a 2nd. They lost their 3rd in the tampering scandal. They lost their 4th in the trade to Bradley Chubb. They have a 5th, 2 6ths, and a 7th.
So Keith's going to have to be making some trades in this one to be
I probably will be.
In this.
I probably will be making some trades, yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Jets have 8 picks, but again, 3 of them are like the last 3 of the 5 last picks in the draft.
Yeah.
And then 1 6th-rounder. We're missing our 5th. We have a couple of 4ths, a 3rd. We lost the 2nd in the Aaron Rodgers trade. So basically, we got 10, 72, 112, 114, and that's about it for anything above practice squad level players.
Wow. So you really need to strike gold at 10, basically, because once you get to 72.
Yeah, 10's gonna have to be a pretty obvious plug and play, which is why I'm expecting it's gonna be Fuaga. I don't even think they're gonna mess around with that pick.
I could see that.
Fuaga or Olu? Not Olu?
If Olu's there, sure, but I imagine they're gonna try to make an attempt for some kind of left tackle to begin with, and I wouldn't want to draft Olu and then switch him over when you have Fuaga right there, or you could trade down, maybe get Latham or Mims that are already right tackles.
Speaking of, you guys see Amarius Mims he came up a little short. I know he still wanted to participate in it, so I'm not too concerned with the hammy injury, but that dude, his first 40 time, it was like a 5.01 or something like that.
At 300.
what a freak, man.
Yeah.
Just unreal. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
like
different.
35-inch arm by him too.
Yeah. Yeah. As a man who is 6'7", 330, 340-ish, he doesn't have an ounce of bad weight on him. It's incredible. You know?
It's phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah. And then lastly, here we have Roy saying, so instead they're going to spend it on Tua. So instead of giving it to Christian Wilkins, we're going to spend it on Tua.
Fair criticism.
Any new talks on that, by the way?
I think it's going to happen. They're talking, they're progressing. Fair criticism from Roy, but the fact of the matter is the Dolphins, Tua has proven himself to be maybe a franchise quarterback, probably a franchise quarterback. That's the going rate for franchise quarterbacks, 50 to 55 million. That's just what you're paying nowadays. Tua became a free agent at the right time. You know, if Josh Allen were getting up on a contract extension right now, he'd be getting 55 to 60 million. You know, this is the cost of doing business in the NFL. I can't get mad at it, you know, and I can't criticize the Dolphins for paying Tua. The man led the league in passing yards last year. What am I supposed to do?
I agree. Right. Yeah.
He would have done it 2 years in a row if he wasn't injured.
Yeah, exactly. So how can I criticize the Dolphins for extending Tua? You know, I think Tua, I still think the Dolphins can win with Tua. I still think the Dolphins can win a Super Bowl with Tua. Even if they're not contenders right now, they need to put a team in front of Tua, around Tua. They need to put an offensive line in front of Tua. I still think the Dolphins can win with Tua, and you have to extend him.
He's already doing this well without that really elite offensive line. So you have a great point there.
I mean, honestly, do you guys see where the Dolphins have a choice here but to extend him?
No.
You know?
No, of course not. It's 110% the correct decision. The only question about how to build a team is like how to build the team in a hurry around him.
Well, yeah, and you made this analogy a couple of weeks ago, Anthony, where you said the Dolphins are trying to change the tires on the car while the car is moving. That analogy really stuck with me, honestly, and that's kind of what the Dolphins are doing. But I think by not franchising Christian Wilkins and letting him go, the Dolphins are slowing this car down a little bit and saying, okay, maybe we need to slow things down and change the tires on this car while it's stopped or going at a slower speed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You guys still have phenomenal offensive weapons, and that's the thing. Like, the window to me isn't about Tua. The window to me is Tyreek.
I don't even see it. I don't even see it like that, Anthony, because I think Tyreek's gone after next season if the Dolphins don't do something with his contract. If the Dolphins do something with the contract, they won't really have a choice but to keep him around for a little while longer. Yeah. But Tyreek Hill is still a 30-year-old wide receiver, you know, playing a position where once you hit 30, you start to slow down a little bit. So I would like to see the Dolphins maybe pivot towards Jalen Waddle and maybe getting a bigger receiver in there. I saw Johnny Wilson mocked to the Dolphins.
Oh,
wouldn't
that
hate
would be
that.
Interesting.
Wouldn't hate that.
You guys don't have a third or a fourth round pick, though.
We don't. But in the mock draft that I saw, the Dolphins traded their second round. They traded back in the second round and got a third round.
Okay.
But either way, like, you know, these are moves the Dolphins need to start to make. They need to start accumulating picks and stop. You know, I heard that they were involved. I heard that they were mentioned in trade talks for L'Jarius Sneed from Kansas City. Yeah, and you know, this is the same old. They traded for Bradley Chubb. They traded for Jalen Ramsey. They traded for Tyreek Hill. They're trading valuable picks and giving out huge contracts to veterans. The Dolphins need to take a step back and start to accumulate draft picks and draft better. You know, none of that involves Tua. Extend Tua and start drafting better. That's how you build this team.
Don't give out any more contracts to players like Mostert. Make sure that you're continuing to build, like, because you hit a home run in a chain. Just keep building along the offense. Make the offensive line function a little bit better. Let the defense go to hell a little bit and just sort of like retool it over the next couple of years or so. But build that wall for Tua.
Yes. Preach, preach, Anthony. I love it.
Sign them and then build that wall in front of them, and you're golden. Seriously, you really are. I mean, you guys have a great offensive system too. I think Mike McDaniel. I think he is the guy too. I love him as your head coach.
I love Mike McDaniel.
100%.
And he's learning. Every coach has growing pains. You know, you've seen it, you know, with his timeout calling and, you know, going away from certain things.
Some of his
it's going to happen. It's part of it. I think he's a great coach.
I said the Dolphins aren't contenders. I see right now, as things stand right now, I see the Dolphins regressing next year. I don't see them making the playoffs. I see them being an 8-9, 9-8 type of team. And it's incumbent upon Stephen Ross and Chris Greer and the Dolphins front office to have patience with Tua, have patience with Mike McDaniel, and understand that Rome wasn't built in a day, and understand that this team that they built with, these huge albatrosses of contracts isn't sustainable over the long term. So we just need to have some patience here as Dolphins fans, just to understand that just because they're not going to go out there and win 12, 13 games next season, as I see things right now, just because they're not going to go out there and win division, win 12 to 13 games, that doesn't mean they're not progressing towards something that could be better.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Roy saying, I almost think Hill has made Tua look better than he actually is. I mean, of course, I think Tyreek Hill would do that to anyone, but I'll agree with you partially on this. I will say, though, I think this system and Tua and how quick he does get rid of the football is huge. I think
yeah.
It's not just Tyreek Hill.
Part of the problem is that the Dolphins' offensive line hasn't been very good. And as a result, Tua needs to go to his first read. And his first read on 75% of his dropbacks is going to be Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Right.
If you let Tua go through his progressions, maybe he finds Jalen Waddle a little more often. Maybe would have found Cedric Wilson a little more often. River Craycraft, Braxton Berrios. Tua wasn't able to go through his reads, so he just threw it to Tyreek because what else is he going to do?
Right.
Tyreek Hill is astoundingly incredible. We all know that, but there's more meat on the bone as far as Tua's game's concerned. And I think, you need to understand that when you look at his game, Roy Collins.
How about Ben? My coworker, Ben, coming in hot. Listen, I've known Ben since high school. Don't go easy on him, Keith. I want you to lay the lumber here. He's saying Mike McDaniel's soft. His teams are never going to play that playoff ball and win a championship. What do you have to say to this?
I think Mike McDaniel is still getting his footing as a head coach. I think Mike McDaniel is a young dude, is a young head coach. I think the same could have been said about a lot of young head coaches back in the day. But, the same could have been said about, Sean McVay when he first became a head coach. Mm-hmm. The same could have been said about maybe Kyle Shanahan. Mike McDaniel is a different kind of guy. He's not he's just different. And you got to let him go through his growing pains as a head coach. I still believe in him. I still believe in Tua.
We're still saying the same thing about Sean McDermott. So you're only in like year 2 here. You're going on year 3. We're in year 8. All right. So here we are. Mike, we're just about to get into it. I'm so happy you just joined us. We did pretty good. We said 15 minutes. We're going to chat about the stuff outside of the mock draft. We're at about 28 minutes. I'm going to give a quick promo about big stitching embroidery, and then we're off. All right. So here we go. Guys, if you see in the ticker below, we have a beautiful contest going on. We're going to be announcing the winner on St. Patrick's Day on our show on March 17th, Sunday night. If you join our Discord, which is provided in the description below, where we talk all sports, football, hockey, miscellaneous betting, golf, you name it. We have an AFC East Summit channel. If you join the Big Stitching Embroidery channel, you will be entered to win $100 to use towards the Big Stitching Embroidery site. My cousin owns this company. There are a bunch of different custom designs that you can work with. He does mainly Buffalo things, but he's open to you just sending him any logo. You can get a hoodie designed, a hat, you name it. The description, the website is provided in the link below. I would pull it up, but I have the mock draft pulled up right now. So check it out and get involved in that contest. You don't want to miss out. It's a free $100. Why wouldn't you? Right? I mean, come on now.
Of course.
So without further ado, fellas, here we go. So I'm going to pull this up. We are using the PFF.com mock draft simulator here. So I wanted to make this somewhat realistic. Okay. So when I looked at the care for positional value, I put that towards the more side, draft for needs, more side, randomness less as you can go, at the least amount you can go. 4-round mock draft, I put it on relatively slow so we can stop, we can pause, we can make trades, do whatever. So We are going to be drafting for Chris, as I mentioned. Chris is our Patriots rep. Unfortunately, could not join us tonight. But here we go, fellas. Come on. So starting off, Caleb Williams to the Bears, Drake May to the Commanders. Now to me, the logical option. We could really mess with them here.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can do.
Let's go.
How far down can you go, Jake?
I think it's
I've seen
without
Chris
a doubt
go.
they have to.
I've seen Chris go Harrison here, and I think in our last mock draft, Chris went Harrison. I think it's either him or Jaden Daniels with this pick.
I agree.
How crazy could we be if we went Brock Bowers?
They do like their tight ends in New England.
Yeah.
Should we?
I
mean, we got to go with. Listen, if we're being realistic here, I want to. Trust me, I want to.
So I think how we handle this with the Patriots picks is that we all get a vote, and top vote getter gets the pick.
Fair.
Okay.
So
my vote is Marvin Harrison.
Your vote's Marvin Harrison?
I'll do Marvin Harrison too.
All right, that works. Marvin Harrison.
All right. So, by the way, we can field some trade offers, but I don't think we're going to do that. We're just going to take them. Sorry, Chris. And at any point, Anthony, if you want me to stop, I can pause and we can make a trade, but we did not.
Okay, let's take a look at the top 10 because this is actually this has been a funky top 10 in my opinion.
Yes.
Go back up from 3.
Okay. So we had Malik Neighbors, Roma Dunzy. Look at this. 3 receivers in a row here.
Yeah.
Joe
Cooper DeJean. Brock Bowers.
There he is, Keith.
Falcons double dipping on tight ends. No quarterback. Yeah. All right.
I don't know about that. Interesting.
I think the Falcons are probably going to end up with Kirk Cousins.
I think your realistic thing is already out the window.
Byron Murphy to the Bears. Wow.
You know what's wild, though? If you look at the offensive tackles available, I don't know if you're thinking the same thing here, Anthony, but look who's on the board.
I know. PFF,
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but, you know.
I mean, PFF, for some reason, has very little respect for Olu. I'm not quite certain why, because they've graded him as the best pass blocker over the last, I think, 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've heard pass blocking matters in the NFL these days. But I'm going to be a little bit more realistic. Olu will not be here, so we are going to go with Fuaga.
Wow. All right.
Hold on. Trade offers. Let's look at trade offers. Let's see what's
I was going to say, we can field those. There's 24 total trade offers.
Yeah.
And they list them here. So they have all the teams here that are willing to trade.
Okay.
And then you have the other teams. So quite a few.
The Broncos want to scoot back 2 spots. That's not a bad idea. I'm wondering what we would get from the Broncos for 2 picks. It probably isn't more than a 3rd round pick.
So what happens is you then select this, and then you select your pick, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to make the trade happen from there.
Yeah.
So
try throwing in 114.
Okay. 114. And it's pretty likely.
All right. That's the closest thing to realistic. I don't think they would even get 114 for just a 2-spot move back. I'll take it. I'm not going to.
All right. There we go. So with that being said, Kenyon Mitchell and Johnny Newton, and now
we're going to take Fuaga anyway.
I love it.
I don't want to keep trading back forever because, again, that's not very realistic, but I will take a modest trade back. Still get Fuaga, feel okay about my life.
All right. Very good. Talise Fuaga, you are the newest New York Jet. So Jaden Daniels goes to Las Vegas. Olu I was going to say, wow, at 18. That is insane.
I like Fatanu, but, he's a guard. I know that he had long enough arms to play tackle, but he's going to be a guard in the NFL. Let's be real. Going over Olu is nuts.
Yeah. How much did Nate Wiggins help himself in the combine, too? Ran 4.28.
He did.
Tremendous. Yeah. Dallas Turner at 16. Wow.
That injury that he came up with, Nate Wiggins, it's not serious, is it?
No, I don't think so.
No. Limping? Okay.
Yeah.
Dallas
Turner at 16, too. That's
Fashanu had an injury at the combine as well. He injured his
a thigh, right?
Thigh, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So let me look at the trade offers here, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Texans.
So it looks, quite a few here.
All right, let's. What other teams can I trade with here?
So all of these teams listed here, Keith, they're willing to trade that pick and then some for your current pick.
Wait, all these teams listed?
Yeah. So you have 23 teams that are
Okay.
interested in trading to 21.
All right. So can I see the 23 teams that are interested in trading up to 21 now?
Yeah. So all these right here. So Houston, Dallas, Green Bay, all these teams right here. And then below that, they list just other teams and then the teams that we are controlling.
Okay.
So Philly is not interested. Vegas, those teams are not interested in trading.
All right.
But these teams all would be.
Let's talk to Dallas a little bit here.
All right. So pick 24 and your pick 21. And what are you trying to get out of this one?
Let me give them let's see. Can I get 56 from them?
Let's try it. Let's see. Okay, right. So this says this trade will not be accepted.
Let's see if I throw in 186.
Will not be accepted.
Okay. Yeah, it's
probably have to go.
It's gonna be 125 at the earliest.
All right, so let's do. Oh no, I wouldn't do 53. I'd do 155. Right. No.
8% chance.
Let's go with a different team then. If Dallas doesn't want to talk to me about this.
Sure.
So can I see who's underneath of them?
Yep. So we got Green Bay, Tampa. Oh, it's not showing on there. That's weird.
Yeah. So I'm saying I can't see who's trying to.
Yeah, it just looks like I'm scrolling down to nobody. That's really bizarre. So we have Houston, Dallas, Green Bay, Tampa. It's basically every team behind you. Actually, it literally is, except for the Eagles.
All right, so let's talk to Tampa.
Okay. Tampa at 26. Okay.
All right, so I want 26, obviously.
Right.
And 89.
89, okay. Ooh, 91% chance.
Let's go with that.
All right. Is that it? You want to try to get some more out of that or no?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
I want a third.
All right. Here we go. Nice.
All right.
All right. So we have 2 trades so far. I love it. This is fun, guys. Let's see what happens here. So JPJ, they wanted him.
Yep.
Look at that. Brian Thomas Jr. goes to Houston.
Ooh.
Amarius Mims, Graham Bartons. Wow. So a couple linemen off the board there.
See, I didn't expect things to go that. I expect things to go sideways for me like that.
Right.
Let me see what kind of offensive line we have available here.
Interior tackle.
Interior.
Probably interior. Yeah. Zach Frazier. Yikes. Otherwise.
All right. How about tackles? I do not want Guyton. Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. So Power, JPJ, Latham, Mims, and Barton. I figured one of them would be available to me.
Right.
All right. I'm going to trade back again. Let's see who see who wants to trade.
Okay. So what it says the Bills are interested in pick. No, we're not. We are not interested in this pick. Detroit, Baltimore, San Fran, Kansas City, and then basically pick 33, 34, 36, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, blah, blah, blah.
All right, let me talk to Detroit.
All right, pick 29, the Detroit Lions.
And let me get 73.
I like this. 20% chance of being accepted.
I'll toss in 155.
37% chance.
Let's make the offer.
Now you do get 5 total attempts per round, I believe it is.
199. I'll toss in 199 as well.
45% chance. Want to try it?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I like this. Oh, they're stingy.
Okay. Take 155 off, and then I'll take 92 from them instead of 73.
Okay. Oh, that's a pretty good odd. 79% chance.
Yeah. So let's try that.
Do it?
Yeah.
Trade accepted. All right.
So I'm picking at 29 now. So you're
picking right after me. So we had Tyler Newbin go out of Minnesota. Peyton Wilson, who, by the way, ran 4.43, 4.41. Guy's unbelievable. Fast as hell.
Insanely
Worked
fast
himself.
linebacker.
Yeah. So I was talking with Truck Reviewer earlier on. I want to catch up with some of the comments here. Roy says no quarterback for the Patriots. Weston, thank you for joining us, sir. Said he just got done working out, pumping some iron. What'd you do today? Arms, legs? Let us know, Weston. Mike saying, wow, no trade. Jake, for your reference, I did a mock draft last night and got Brian Thomas at 32. Then in the second round, Xavier Leggett, your boy. If that happened with the Chiefs, I would probably not watch the NFL this season. So, yeah. Yeah, Mike says the same thing. We need to cancel the season if that happened. JPJ, Keith gifted with this one, and he traded out of it. Oh, that's got to hurt.
Yeah, it does.
Mike,
it hurts a little bit.
Weston says, Mike, I would even be in favor of canceling the season if that happens. Roy thinks we should go DT. Let's take a look at defensive tackles here. Kind of curious to see who is on the board. So my boy is there, Braden Fisk, as is Tavondre Sweat. I keep saying Tavondre Sweat. Rook Orororo, incredible name. The best in the draft, probably.
Yeah, that dude is so much fun on tape. He
is. Yep. So some good names available here, but none that I feel super confident about taking in the first round. Looking at receivers now, I think, Lad McConkey had himself quite a showing, but I want to get bigger there. I'm actually going to trade out of this spot. And I think Adonai Mitchell is also worth a pick here, but you know where my heart lies, guys. So I want to get another second rounder. It would be nice to have 2 second rounders. And my thoughts here, so I know this because Mike and I did a mock draft ourselves, and I was so focused on getting this Giants pick, so I'm going to make it happen here because they have 2 second round picks. So I'm going to go with the 39th pick for the Giants because they are an interested team, and they have 2 second rounders here. So I'm going to go with 39 and 47, offer my 28, and let's see here. Let's go. I'm willing to do this. Next year's second.
Okay.
Then, hold on. I'm getting more out of this. Let's see if they do this for 108, 39, 47.
Ooh.
There we go, baby. We're wheeling and dealing. We are wheeling and dealing, baby. Let's go. We got 3 second round picks now. Are you kidding me? Okay. Now I'm fired up. And the Giants go and take J.J. McCarthy at 28.
Wow. Okay.
Here we go, Keith. It was a good. That's great value pick there too.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I'm gonna trade back again. I don't really like anybody on the board.
All right. So San Fran is interested at 31.
Let's go with Carolina.
Okay. Carolina at 33. Okay. So you have.
I want 33. I want 65. And I will toss in next year's third.
Next year's third. Okay. So boom. 67% chance.
Let's do it.
All right. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Look at us, guys. We are making some moves here. Keith, what do you have now? You have quite a few second rounders, and
I'm just trying to accumulate picks over here. And now that I'm in the second round here, I'm going to take my boy Cooper Beebe.
I like that pick a lot. I think that's good value there. It's crazy because look at how far down he is on a lot of these boards. I don't understand this one bit.
I don't know.
In my opinion, yeah, that's weird to me. But
I love Cooper Beebe. I love.
I think it's a great pick. Cooper Beebe, welcome to the Miami Dolphins. Now, Chris, on the board, we have Bo Nix here available. Do you guys think we should take a quarterback for the Patriots? Also, Michael Penix, who I know is pretty high on.
Yeah, so I know Bo Nix helped himself out during the combine, but I like Michael Penix more as a prospect. I think he did
good things at the combine as well. Compared to Bo Nix, I liked his performance a little bit better. Bo Nix is also the only thing with Bo Nix is you have experience. I mean, he's played more college football games than anyone in this draft.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So there is that upside. Anthony, I want you to be the tiebreaker on this one. Bo Nix or Michael Penix? Or neither. I mean, you could.
I would go neither one. They need
Okay.
they have no offensive line.
Offensive line.
I'm looking
Razor
at
makes sense.
maybe look at the tackles real quick.
Okay. Jordan Morgan. Wow.
You got Jordan Morgan. You've got Patrick
Kingsley.
Hall for whatever reason. It's ungodly low
That is
rated
insane.
here. Like
Blake
ridiculous.
Fisher over Patrick
Fisher,
Hall.
another tackle.
Come on.
Plug and play.
That's weird.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm taking one of the tackles probably because they need everything on the offensive line. They just got themselves a wide receiver.
Yep.
I'm still, if I'm them, this is a multi-year rebuild. I'm rolling back with the Zappening.
Oh, that's
Wow.
Bailey Zappi. All right.
Yeah.
I'm on board. You got me sold.
All right.
I'm
So
on
you
the
guys can
tackle
pick
train.
whichever offensive lineman you like. Any
Heath,
of the
I'm going to let
tackles.
you pick this. I'm going to let you make the pick. We're going offensive tackle for Chris here, though.
Well, then go with Kingsley Sumataya.
Penny's cousin. Penny
Yeah.
Sewell, yeah. Penny Sewell's cousin. I like that pick for them.
I think he's
Let's
a
pull him
physical
up real
freak.
quick. Just so Chris can get a look at him. 6'6", 315. And here's his PFF grades here. I mean, super athletic kid. Day one starter. It's a good pick for them. They got 2 day one starters, an elite one in Marvin Harrison Jr. and the guy that could be elite as well. I mean, cousins with Penny Sewell, how could you not be, right? So let's go ahead and take him. I like that pick a lot. Kool-Aid. TJ Tampa. Mike Sanders. Steele. Here we go. So here we are at pick 39. Now, I have a decision to make here. Chop Robinson is available. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
And I've seen him mocked to the Bills a lot at 28. His pro comp, guys, is Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. When I looked, and it's wild because Micah Parsons did not play defensive end in college. He was a linebacker. And he wasn't even an edge. He was like an inside linebacker who then converted to a defensive end in the NFL just because that's how much of a freak he is. But their size is similar. Their speed is similar. I guess overall production is somewhat similar because neither of them have played a ton of years or a ton of games in college. Man. Let's see who's available at D tackle too. I'm curious.
Your boy Fisk is still available.
Fisk is there. Tavondre Sweat is there. Brandon Dorless is there. I mean, there are some dogs on the board.
Yeah.
And looking at their average draft position and how weird this draft is. Oof. Let's go. I got to see receivers too. Roman Wilson, Ricky Pearsall. By the way, great combine for actually both of these dudes. Keon Coleman. Xavier Worthy's there. Johnny Wilson. Obviously, Johnny Wilson. Xavier Leggett. Man. Now, I have the 39th, the 47th, and the 60th pick here. So I have 3 second-round picks.
Hey, Jake, where did Xavier Worthy go?
He's still on the board.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, wow.
Right? I know.
Ridiculous.
I don't understand this at all. Look at the average draft position, too, for these guys. 36.7 for Keon Coleman, 55.1. Still with Xavier Leggett at 70.2. That's insane to me. Let's see what the channel's saying here. Let's go up here. Weston Brewster. Upper body workout, freaking love it. Chest, tries, shoulders. Mike asking how the Mafia's feeling. Roy Collins thinks we will not be trading out of the first round. But, hey, this is the Jake Podger draft, and I think this is going to happen. I'm telling you right now, Roy. Ben says this is a wild draft. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I could see him trading up too, definitely. They're still there. Take Sweat, Fisk, and Worthy. Yeah, I mean, and they're all here. So this is really tough. Number 39. I love this. Ben saying for Chop Robinson, he's Aaron Maben or Micah Parsons. No in between. I don't love that territory. Wow. I really don't. Mike saying take Xavier Worthy. I mean, both Xaviers are available. One of the big receivers going to slip into the late. I agree. Yeah, I mean, this is just, we talked about it. This is it's such a talented draft class. Guys, I'm going to do something here. This is kind of going to go against what I believe. Am I going to do this, though?
You are.
You know what?
You're gonna do it. Just do it.
I'm taking Braden Fisk.
Okay.
I'm taking him. We're going
know
to
you love
re-sign AJ Epinesa. We're going to re-sign AJ Epinesa, okay? I know Chop Robinson's there. I know receivers are there. We need a defensive
Isaac
tackle, a guy like
Adisa
that.
going over Chop. Are we really?
Well, now I have
Really?
maybe an easy decision here. Or, do I go back-to-back interior D lineman and pray that one of those receivers is available at 60? I mean, whoops. Do not want
I'm
to
not
do that.
against it. I think this offensive, I think this wide receiver class is so crazy. It doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna find guys.
I'm almost, you know what? For the channel's sake, Trek Reviewer came in here immediately and said, DT Tavondre Sweat. We're gonna get fire and ice, thunder and lightning, going Braden Fisk, and then we're going Tavondre Sweat. Just for you, Trek Reviewer. All right? It's happening. We're going all in, baby.
All right.
Heck yeah. Keith, you are now on the clock.
All right. Well, I talked earlier about the Dolphins losing Christian Wilkins, so I'm going to go with defensive tackle with this pick. I would have taken Sweat if he was still on the board.
Still got some great prospects on the board here, too.
I like Chris Jenkins an awful lot as a prospect. I was looking at him. He ran a 4.78 40 at his size. He's almost 300 pounds, 26 bench press reps. So 6'3", 305. He ran 4.78 40. I like Chris Jenkins a lot. I liked his father when he played in the NFL. So I'm going to go with Chris Jenkins here.
Former New York Jet. I love it. The AFC East, baby. It all comes full circle. Ooh, I'm getting a little nervous with these receivers being taken. Holy Cowboys. Hold on. Is he available? There he is. I don't know how realistic this is. I don't know how realistic this is.
It can't be.
There's no chance this happens, but
well,
you bet your ass I'm taking
Xavier Worthy's still available too.
Oh my gosh. What the heck, man?
We've talked about how stacked this draft is, and I know this isn't realistic. I know Anthony's got a look on his face like he's just incredulous over there. But
well, the thing is, like, guys like Jonah Ellis. Jonah Ellis is good. Jonah Ellis is a very good edge prospect. In a normal year, he's a decent second-round pick. Jermaine Burton's fine. Then not done anything in college. You really taking him over Xavier Worthy for real?
No chance.
Or Xavier Leggett? Like any of these Xaviers. Roman Wilson is fine. We have like 700 yards, 800 yards. You really taking him over Xavier Leggett? Jatavian Sanders is fine as a tight end, but like, don't they need an offensive lineman? I know they just took one, but like, they need more. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Like, Adisa Isaac getting taken over Chop Robinson. For real?
No chance.
An RAS 7 defensive end that was like the second best defensive end on his team gets taken over the first one? For real? So, like,
here I was saying PFF mock draft simulator was more realistic. I don't know. I don't think so anymore. This is just bizarre to me. How does this happen?
A little bit crazy.
All right. I love what you're saying here, Roy. You already know where I'm going. I'm not even bothering looking at trades. I'm going to get my guy before he falls and slips out of my hands again. Are you kidding me? And by the way, Anthony, if you want me to pause this at any time, you can make a move. If you want to trade up or anything. I know your pick's going to be coming up here soon. Keith, you are back on the board. And by the way, my 3 picks for all the Bills fans out in the chat, we ended up trading back into the second round. And I got Braden Fisk at 39, Tavondre Sweat at pick 47, and Xavier Leggett at pick 60. Keith going with trading back as well, getting Cooper Beebe at pick 33 as a guard. Chris Jenkins as the defensive tackle for him, and he's on pick 65. And at pick 12, Anthony trading back a little bit, gets Talise Fuaga, incredible value. Guys, I think we're doing a tremendous job. By the way, Chris getting Marvin Harrison, and then Kingsley. I can't even pronounce Kingsley's last name. I'm just going to call him Kingsley. Penny Sewell's cousin. gets him at pick 34. So, all right. What are we thinking here, Keith?
I am thinking. All right. I kind of lost track here, Jake. What other picks do I have here in the third round? Because I know I have a couple.
Yeah. So we got pick 65.
I don't pick again until
89, and then 92 right after that. So you get pretty
close
there.
The Dolphins are in need of a linebacker, actually. They just released Jerome Baker today.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Edgerrin Cooper is one of my favorite players in this draft. He's a banger. He's a little light, but I love his speed. I love the intensity with which he plays. Give me Edgerrin Cooper.
You know, anyone named Edgerrin's going to have a hell of an NFL career. I mean, most recently, Edgerrin James going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I was thinking for a second, I'm like, Edgerton. It's Edgerton Hartwell, Pro Bowler with the Ravens. I know it was on special teams, but decent linebacker. I know I'm pulling a name out of my hat there, guys. He's from like 2002. I don't know why I just thought of it. Boom. I like that pick a lot, Keith. And Weston, I know you wanted to see who the Chiefs selected, so let me go to that for you. So we got Jalen Polk at 64.
Okay.
Not bad. I like that pick for you guys. And I don't think Troy Franklin. Wow, Troy Franklin and Jalen Polk. So back-to-back receivers. And Weston also not super, super high. Now, Troy Franklin, like, I think he tested extremely well, but the way he was all over the place in that gauntlet drill and his drills, I wasn't super enthusiastic about. Now, do I still think he's worthy of a second rounder? Absolutely. Or even a late first rounder? Absolutely. So not a bad get for you guys. And Trekker, we were saying take Johnny Wilson of the third, Audric Estime in the fourth. And remember what I said in the Discord about Wilson? Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm not opposed to it. Pick 68 though, guys. What are we thinking here for Chris?
Well,
we going quarterback, we going line again, we going.
What quarterbacks are available, Jake?
Spencer Rattler's on that board. There, Michael Pratt, Austin Reed, Joe Milton. By the way, Joe Milton. Holy smokes, what an arm on that guy. Man.
Yeah, he was bombing them in that stadium. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm a good quarterback for Chris. I don't know. He went wide receiver tackle with his first two picks. What kind of
Christian Haynes might not be a bad pick for them.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick there. What do you think, Anthony?
Staying in the Northeast.
I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Take a look at defensive ends, though.
Yeah.
They do have a new defensive head coach.
That's true.
Austin Booker. Would he fit the scheme?
He's a 3
stand-up edge guy. Yeah.
Muhammad Kamara, I like a lot. I know it seems like it's reaching. I don't think it will be on the day of.
Yeah.
Go down a little bit more. Yeah.
I like Grayson Murphy too.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a bad idea. I like Muhammad Kamara, defensive interior.
Let's take a look. Brandon Dorless. How the hell is he available?
Dwayne Carter is there. Both of them would fit the scheme fairly well. Let's take Dorless. Let's just go ahead.
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm with you on Dorless. That's a Patriots pick.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy to pick 70. Oh my goodness. And the Jets are on the clock.
Man, Blake Fisher there. You know I do. I like me some Blake Fisher. We just took Hawaga, who also plays right tackle. Let's look at the wide receivers again.
Tez Walker. Johnny Wilson.
So Johnny Wilson, he's not a wide receiver. He's going to be a tight end convert, which we could probably use. Malachi Corley fits what we're looking for. A little bit. Cowing, I don't love. Okay. Wow, there's still, we're in the third round. There's still guys that
I don't get it.
Good.
I don't get it.
I know, it's ridiculous. If you go down, I'm pretty sure Malik Willett or Washington is down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Malik Washington's still there. Like, absolute stud. Defensive interior. Who's there? Or sorry, no, we just looked at defensive interior and Dorless is off the board. All right. So let's check the trade downs. See what's available. See if we can move down to like maybe the Seahawks pick at 78.
So Atlanta Seahawks, let's see. Okay, so 78. All right, let's take a look. Oh, look at that too. They got
78. All right, let's take 78 from them. Let's see if they will give us 119. Probably not.
Maybe.
It's close.
good odds.
Throw in 253.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yes. Very nice.
Okay.
Here they go get. They got Christian Haynes there. Austin Booker has Walker. Johnny Wilson at 75. There goes our dreams.
Oh, like, how dare you?
Oh, right before your pick, Anthony.
Yeah, bro. That's like they just sniped me. I don't appreciate that.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it's not cool. All right, cool. So let's take a look back at offensive tackle one more time. Just to take a look.
Oh, look at who's there.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Windmill slam that.
Look at that. You spoke it into existence.
Yeah.
That's
a nice
insane.
pick by you, Anthony.
Do you envision him being available in round 3?
No. I don't envision him being available past middle of round 2.
I agree. That's crazy, man.
All right. So this was a guy that I actually profiled on Sunday.
Okay.
Dolphins still need another offensive guard. Christian Mahogany ran a 5.13 40, but his splits 4.53 shuttle and 1.74 10-yard split. First 10 yards of the 40. They were amongst the best at his position.
Mm-hmm.
I like Christian Mahogany. I think he's a pretty good athlete for the position. I want Christian Mahogany here.
Love it. I think he's Damian Woody 2.0. So
yeah,
can't go wrong. And by the way, they went to the same school. So how about it? I'm going to draft quick and I'm going to pause and trade up because I see a prospect on the board who I know Mike is all about. Trekker, we were saying take Rice. I actually had my eyes on someone else, another USC prospect here. So I'm going to draft and I'm going to have to pause this like ASAP. Okay.
Okay, nice.
Because as you can see, I don't know what the Packers took, but they do definitely need a safety, especially with probably losing Darnell Savage.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, there's a specific player by the name of Kalen Bullock. And I'm going to control the Buffalo Bills on this. So I'm going to trade to pick 90. I'll trade our 99th. And I'll throw in. I'm really greedy, guys. I'm really greedy. Let's see if we can get something else out of this. I played a lot of ESPN NFL 2K5 where I've done a lot of trades and just totally fleeced teams. Let's see if we can get this here. Why not? Wow.
You are on the clock.
Yeah. And now it's showing drafting.
Oh, tell me you didn't crash.
No way.
Tell me you didn't crash the system.
Oh, no.
Broke the game.
No.
Now hit resume draft.
No, he broke it.
No.
That's it. Taking my ball and going home. Good night, fellas.
This is unbelievable. It doesn't even know what's happening.
We did too many trades. We broke the system.
Do I refresh it? I
don't know.
What do I do here?
There's nothing you do. Call up PFF tech support. Guys, it's broken.
Oh, no.
Fix it.
Oh, no.
I lost Patrick.
They're like, this is not possible. This could not happen in any universe.
It just did. You broke.
Oh, my goodness. No, don't do this to me. I just hit reload. So I tried to refresh it.
Yep.
And it said all changes would not, everything would not be saved.
We got to do it again, except no trades.
This is just horrendous. Unbelievable.
Absolute disaster class.
I'm never using PFF mock draft simulator again. That's just, what is that?
That's brutal.
It's not cool.
Should I leave it as is now? Because this is how we did it for the first one. We'll go quick on this, guys.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I loved my draft too.
Yeah. Maybe we could try
I was getting ready to take Van Pran at center.
Let's try to replicate it. You know what? Let's try it. And if we can't do it, then we'll just do a regular one.
You're the only one that's drafting, Jay.
Oh, yep. Well, can't have that either. Here we go. Just total failure. Unbelievable. I'm so upset. I mean, how good did we all probably feel about our drafts? That's just.
I was feeling very good, especially after I got Patrick Paul.
You know?
Yeah, he's your guy. I couldn't believe he was available for you.
Right?
All the way here. And then all right, let's do this again. Start the draft. Took Marvin Harrison. Now the speed, I remember I had that a little bit slower, so I could do that quickly. And then kind of similar. Cooper DeJean, Brock Bauer, actually almost the exact same thing.
It is.
Let's see if we can do that trade again with Denver. 10 to 12, and then you got
I got 76. I did get 76. Let's go ahead and try to get something else out of them. Let's get 146, and we'll throw them 226.
I like it. All right.
And then next year's fifth. Oh, we still got it anyway. Sick.
Too late.
All right. No, you got me a good deal. I appreciate it.
Hey, same exact thing, honestly, happening here. So you want to go Talise? And Olu actually got taken, it looks like.
Or no, Olu didn't.
He's just ranked at 17, which is bizarre. But we'll go ahead and we'll take Talise Fuaga. And let's see if Keith has his heart broken again here. Actually, the exact same thing happening, which is really intriguing to me.
If that's the case, do I have to make the same trade?
No, you can do something different here.
So
if you really choose.
let me.
This is a mulligan.
Let me trade back with the Cowboys again, and I won't be as greedy this time.
Trade with the Cowboys. Pick 24. Pick 21.
21. And I do want 56.
Okay.
And I will give next year's third and fifth. All right, try it.
Oh, hey, at 52%, that's pretty good, Keith.
I'll take it.
Let's see. Oh.
Nope, it's okay. It's okay,
guys,
because you know what? I will take a shot on, and this is something I told the Dolphins not to do. I want them to hit a double, not a home run. Mm-hmm. But let's swing for the fences here. Give me a Marius Mims.
I love it. Good pick. Let's see. Receivers. Just for the heck of it. Same exact receivers on the board here. Again, I'm going to do exactly what I did because I want those additional second rounders. We're going to go trade with the Giants for pick 39 and 47. And what else did we do? We did 28. Next year's second. And then we got their 108th pick, I think. Yeah. There we go. Love that. Let's see what happens here. Chiefs, let's see. Troy Franklin again. So actually this draft is falling exactly the same minus our trades because no other teams are trading. So slightly unrealistic again, but at least we're getting our, I guess, similar to what we had previously in our drafts. So we took Kingsley here for them, for New England.
Yes,
and
we did.
Let's see. Curious to see what happens here. I'm going to take Bo Nix.
Give Josh Allen competition.
Right? I don't think he's had enough competition. Take Braden Fisk there. And let's see who's at 47. I'm going to still go to Tavondre Sweat, hopefully. Okay, very nice. People coming into this are like, wow, this guy was prepared. Andre Sweat at 47. And then Keith, you're at 53.
Yep.
All right, this is working out pretty well.
And
you went Chris Jenkins?
Yeah, but you know what?
Else?
I took Cooper Beebe at the top of the second round last time. So
that's right.
Available.
I bet he is. Oh,
he is.
You got a tackle and a guard there.
Yeah, I want Cooper Beebe here.
Love it. Okay, let's just pray. Okay, Keith, you get another one.
And I'm going to trade back and get a third round pick here.
Love it.
So I'm going to trade back with the Lions. I'll trade back after you here, Jake.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, so you're going to trade to 61. Okay.
Yeah, I'll trade the 61 with the Lions.
Gotcha. So 56.
Give them 56. And then I'll take 73 from them.
Love it. Let's go.
And I will give up 26 and a fifth next year.
Oh, they're stubborn. They're not going for that.
All right. Instead of let's go fourth.
Okay. Next year's fourth. Wow, still nothing.
And a fifth.
18% chance.
All right.
Smokes.
Then take the fourth off, and I'll take 92 instead of 73.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
All right, they did it. Very nice. Let's see. Can we hold on?
Chris Jenkins went off the board.
Wow. That's who you wanted?
Yeah.
Again, Xavier Worthy available here is just bananas. And
Insanity.
Xavier Leggett as well.
Insanity.
There's just no way. But like I said, guys.
Kick punt returner in the third round is a pretty reasonable place to take him.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Gonna take another Clemson guy to replace your other Clemson guy?
That's not a bad thought. But you know what? I'm gonna piss off Jake here. Give me Xavier Worthy.
Oh, you son of a gun. I like the pick, actually, Keith. I think that's a really good move for you guys, especially, God forbid, Tyreek gets injured again. You're not taking away, you're not losing any speed because you got this guy, right? So,
and we lost Braxton Berrios this offseason. He was the one returning our kicks and punts.
Yep.
Xavier Worthy steps right into that role.
A great pick.
You know, if he's available at this point in the second round, you'd be stupid not to take him, right?
I agree. 100%. Yeah. Okay, and then for the Patriots, we got Brandon Dorless here for them.
Yes.
Which is just insane. Again, not sure how something like that happens. Okay. Blake Fisher on the board, Anthony. But I'm sure your guy is also on the Patrick Paul, also available.
Yeah, I will still take do I take Patrick Paul here? Check out the receivers again. What do we have left?
Tez, Johnny Wilson, Brennan Rice.
Corley. Some of these guys are still going to be here in a minute.
It's crazy.
Linebackers?
Clear this out, actually, and then we'll go to linebackers. Yeah. Ooh, Jeremiah Trotter.
Let's go ahead and take Jeremiah Trotter.
Nice.
That's a nice pick. That's a nice pick, man.
Now, Jeremiah Trotter's a guy I like. He's not his father, though. He's not the thumper that his father was. He's
more athletic.
No, but he's good in coverage. He's a lot better in coverage than his father was.
His father was a run-stopping linebacker, plain and simple.
Yes, he was.
Guy is much more versatile.
Yep.
Perfect for the game at that time. And Jeremiah Trotter Jr., perfect for the game at this time. So, isn't it? Are we getting old, guys? I mean, we watched his dad play. Man, what the heck?
We are 2 or 3 years away from the third generation of Manning quarterback.
Shut up.
Yeah. Insane. And by the way, Anthony, you go back to back here almost.
Yep. Now I would not mind going ahead and taking tackle. Blake Fisher's still here. Patrick Paul is still here. Let's go ahead and take Patrick Paul, not because I think he's definitely better, but we have a right tackle. Let's go ahead and get her left.
Love that. Good pick. I am not going to pause this. I'm going to just see what happens. If Kalen Bullock gets taken, he gets taken. It is what it is. But I'm not risking it again. I think it was just too much action.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, look who takes them. I was smart to trade ahead, right? I mean, look at this. Are you kidding me? The team I wanted to prevent from taking Kalen Bullock, and they get him. Almost perfect. Almost perfect on this.
Okay, so I've taken a wide receiver, a tackle, and a guard. And we're in the third round. Do I have any other picks after this, Jake?
Let's see.
Because I'd like to get myself a fourth rounder if I can. Does not look like I do.
No, you do not.
All right. So I'm going to trade back a little bit here.
All right.
See
what we got?
Let's
the
see.
Niners are the next team. It looks like you got.
Let's see if the Eagles want to do business with me.
All right. 97.
97. Oh, they don't have any fourths. Not the Eagles. Let's try the Niners.
Wow, look at that, actually. Pick your poison.
How about the Jaguars?
Not bad.
Yeah, okay. So let's do 96 and 115. And I will give up next year's fourth.
Next year's fourth. All right. Ooh, you could maybe get some more out of that, Keith. I see 91%, and I'm like, they really like this trade. So let's make them like it a little less and make you like it a little more.
152.
I like it. Ooh,
nope.
All right. Maybe not that.
Maybe I'll give up 155 and they'll give up 152.
All right. Oh, yeah, baby.
All right, let's do that.
All right. It's too bad we're not going 7 rounds. Listen, mock draft 3.0, we're going all 7 rounds, baby.
I love it.
This is moving pretty quick, I got to say. All right, accepted. Very nice. Look at us wheeling and dealing, by the way, here, guys. Just want to pull up some of the comments really quick. Never gamble, Keith. AFC East Summit channel. How about that? We used to have a channel, guys, that we used to post all these videos on. We're like, hey, we'll move this to Nickel City Mafia, get it some more exposure. Might bring that channel back at some point, but for right now, we do have a playlist of AFC East Summit, live streams, videos, you name it. So, yes, smash that like button for us, guys. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Truck Veer was saying take, whatchamacallit, LaFau from Notre Dame. At linebacker there. Roy saying, I'll be 60 next week. Hey, Roy, happy almost birthday to you, sir. That's getting old, you young bucks. and sadly, listen, I think we would have gotten the safety because I had to redo this draft, basically. I paused it, and it crashed. I tried trading with the Cardinals because I knew the Packers were going to be targeting our boy, Kalen Bullock here. So, of course, they go and get him, and here we are. So, just a sad story. Notre Dame is currently recruiting a wide receiver by the name of, I know, his son. Isn't that wild?
Damn.
Crazy. All these juniors, man. Wild. By the way, this draft class has a ton of juniors in it.
Yeah.
A lot of former players' kids. All right. What are we thinking here, Keith?
And I'm going to remake the Dolphins' offensive line in my name and take Cedric Van Pran.
Nice. Another prospect you highlighted.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You see he hyphenated his name too. It's like Cedric Van Pran, and then it's
there's another one after that. I forget what. Yeah.
It's like London Fletcher Baker when he did that too. You remember that?
Cedric Van Pran Johnson.
Yeah, something like that, right? All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to take Cedric Van Pran here. Good
pick. Curious to see who's going to be here at 99. So I talked about this kid actually on our last show, Dadrian Taylor Demerson, who I thought was a very high riser on a lot of boards. Thought he was really, really good with his, just his ball skills, everything. This kid is a great replacement for Micah Hyde. Now, Mike is not going to love his size. 5'11", 195, but a ton of experience And you look at his PFF numbers, very consistent across the board. For him, I think some people talk about potentially maybe needing a little bit more help, with his tackling skills, but I think he does a fair job against the run. He's able to come up and make plays at the line of scrimmage. Really good in coverage. I think this is a really good replacement for our guy, Micah Hyde. So I'm going to go ahead and take Dadrian Taylor-Demerson. I do want to see what other safeties are available just for the heck of it. Looks like we got Sione Vaki, Tyke Smith, Cole Bishop, who I do like as well, a little bit bigger guy. But I really feel like this kid can come in and start day one for us, so I'm going to go ahead and take him. I highlighted him in our show on Sunday, actually, a little bit. So here we go.
All right.
Javon Solomon. That's another guy I really like. D-end / linebacker. Probably a 3-4 linebacker, honestly, in this league. And Chris is going to take who, guys? Who are we thinking here?
Let's look at tackles again.
Christian Jones.
Edge.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see what edge players are. Muhammad Kamara.
Muhammad Kamara still here?
Yeah.
That looks like the pick to me.
Talk about production.
Yeah.
I mean, 12 sacks last year or 2 years ago, and then 14 this past year. I mean, he might not have the size, but to me, it's like almost like Elvis Dumervil guys, like 6'1", 250, but longer arms. Plays real. I mean, obviously a great pass rusher. I like that pick there. Muhammad Kamara. Chris, you're getting yourself a nice draft here. Even though you're not on camera with us, having fun. I think you're getting some really good prospects. So you're welcome. You're welcome. We could have really screwed you.
Yeah, we should have given him a kicker.
Weston's fired up about Michael Hall for the Chiefs. And then Trek reviewer. Listen, I'm so sorry. I'm going to check running backs right now. And actually, a couple really good names here. Ray Davis, Marshawn Lloyd. So the Bills did just release Nyheim Hines. And by the way, Trek reviewer, look who's available here. Both of your boys, Braylon Allen and Audric Estime. And I feel like because you are such a good fan of our show, I'm going to let you make this pick here. I want you to choose. What running back am I taking here as our backup to James Cook? Who's going to be that change of pace back? Or are we going to bring back Ty Johnson? Roy's saying we're going to sign Darnell Savage. So, okay. I wouldn't mind it. I think it's a good signing if we do. You and Savage, Roy. Maybe he does think he's coming here. Now, Trek Reviewer does have some bias. He does love Audric Estime. And I know he also loves Cam Hart.
He went Estime.
He's also available.
He went Estime, Jake.
Yeah? Is that what he says?
He said, go Irish.
Okay. I'm going to do this for you. All right. Here we go. He's not giving me an F this draft. That's for damn sure. I got Devondre Sweat and Audric Estime. Are you kidding me?
All right. Jets on the board. Cole Bishop. Why is he still here?
Yeah. I like that pick. You going with it? Officially?
Yeah.
All
right. That's what I mean. Like, what's this dude doing here? This is the fourth round. Dude should have been gone back into the second, maybe.
It's a great question. I thought about taking it myself, but I like Dadrian just a little bit more to replace Micah Hyde. But good pick here, Cole Bishop.
Yeah, I'm not playing around here.
Love it. All right, Keith.
Let's look at tight ends here, Jake.
Very nice. Ooh, yeah, baby.
There he is.
You got all your boys available. Yeah.
Benson Knott. That's what I'm going with.
Yep. Love it. By the way, incredible combine for him. That is one of your high risers from this past weekend.
He was. I don't know that he's going to be available in the fourth round after that.
I would agree. I want to pause this so badly and see if we could trade up and get like an edge or something, but I'm going to let this play out, see what happens. Okay. Wow. Look at this. Braylon Allen would have still been available. Yeah.
Wow.
By the way,
Isaac Guerrero.
I was just going to say, you talk about an incredible combine. This kid, 4.33. He's a bigger back too, guys. He's like 6 foot, 221. Runs 4.33, jumps 42 inches or something like 40 inches. It was definitely 40 something. And
so why is he available all those physical traits. Why is he available at this stage? Does he not
Right
have
here.
good vision?
Right here. It's production.
Okay.
Unfortunately for him, he just didn't have enough time in college to really prove himself. But I think he did himself a lot of favors at the combine. So a team's going to take a flyer on him probably in the 4th or 5th round. I can see it happening.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have available here. Let's see if so I do like Kalen King a lot.
Oh, that's a good
It would
one.
be nice, and I'm only going to corner just because there's a chance that we lose Dane Jackson. So that's some added depth that we can get here as cheap labor. I do want to take a look at edges. Nelson Caesar. I do like Grayson Murphy a lot. These other ones I'm not crazy about. Don't know a ton about Nelson Caesar. Anyone know about him?
No.
I haven't watched tape on him.
Yeah, me neither. Which is weird because I've watched tape on most of the edges, but
yeah,
he's
Houston
just
too.
not that I can find much at. Yeah.
Grayson Murphy, I do like him.
He's the
would be a
other
nice
Murphy.
fit. Yeah.
Isn't he the brother of Gabriel?
I actually don't know. That's a good question. I should know this, but I don't. So I got to do some push-ups for you guys. I mean, I like his numbers. I think production-wise, he's pretty good there. I like his size a lot, 6'3", 260. And God forbid we don't get AJ Epinesa back. I'm banking on this happening because I didn't go with Chop Robinson when he was available. Trek Viewer also saying, get Murphy. I agree. I think we go Grayson Murphy here. I think it's a good pick for us. Nice finish to the 4th round here.
Malik Washington finally off the board.
That is crazy, man. Crazy. So, of course, PFF, for whatever reason, doesn't show our entire draft, but I can pull these off little by little as we go. I'm going to keep this tab up. I'm going to screenshot them and put them all in one thing, and maybe, I don't know, we could post in the community on YouTube or something, Mike, just to show off our draft. Or in Discord. Hey, join our Discord, by the way. Join our Discord, because you'll be able to see it in there. But I love this pick. I love this draft. I love the picks that we all made, guys. I think we got really good value here. A lot of trades that happened tonight. We even did our boy Chris a few solids. So I'm going to leave you guys each with your closing thoughts, and then we'll get out of here. So I'm going to start with Keith. Keith, how we feeling?
Well, I came away from this draft with 3 offensive linemen and one of my favorite tight ends in this draft, so I feel pretty good. And the fastest guy that's ever run in the combine.
Yeah.
If this is how things shake out for the Dolphins, I am over the moon. I am salivating at these picks.
Oh yeah.
So I loved my draft. I can't speak for you guys, but I loved my draft.
I definitely love mine.
Yeah, personally, I'm quite thrilled with mine. The only thing I guess would be a concern is that we didn't come away with any of the receivers, but besides that, we went into the draft having no tackles. Like, it's not like free agency happened, and I know what the plan is for the tackle spot. So coming out of it with, I think, in my opinion, 2 of the top 6 or 7 tackles in this draft class. Couldn't be more thrilled with that. Got a value pick in the safety, which is a position that we could actually use because 2 of our safeties, Ashton Davis and I forget the other one, the one that picked off Josh Allen like 3 times.
Jordan Whitehead.
They're both free agents. Jordan Whitehead. Always a W. But Jordan Whitehead, they're both free agents. Overall, decent draft. It's just we're lacking that 2nd round pick right now, and that just feels like such a kick to the gonads. Like, to just not have that in such a deep draft where you just want as many picks as you can in the top 100. So, besides that, with pre-free agency, having no idea what we're doing in terms of filling anything else out, I'm fine with the draft.
I love it, man. I love it. Trek Viewer saying, I think that safety will be offensive tackle Mike Williams type bust. So the top rating will be a C-. Are you kidding me? Not a big Dadrian Taylor Demerson fan? Come on now. Unbelievable. And Roy Collins saying, did y'all get the Pats at quarterback? We did not.
No.
We are putting our faith in Bailey Zappi. So the only thing we didn't do Chris is solid on, I guess.
Well, it's like we said before. We've said it before, Roy. The Patriots aren't a quarterback away. They'll get a rookie quarterback, and he will get killed behind that offensive line the way it's currently constructed. So, maybe the Patriots wait a year on quarterback and build up the rest of the team around him before they pick one.
Yep, exactly that.
Agreed. Yeah. Guys, I'm pretty elated with my draft. I'm a huge fan. Got my guys. Now, only thing that is kind of a bummer is that Keith went and got the other Xavier Worthy, right after my Xavier Leggett pick. But overall, I mean, I'm thrilled.
If you would have gone Xavier Worthy, I would have gone Xavier Leggett.
And that would have felt even worse. So I'm glad you did that. I'm glad I did that. But no, this was fun, guys. We'll do mock draft 3.0 probably the week of, I'm thinking. Or we could do 3.0 sooner and do 4.0.
Yeah, I like that.
We got to do 4, right?
Yeah.
Can't just, So maybe in a couple of weeks or so. Maybe after free agency kind of slows down a little bit. Because next week will be a free agent show, most likely.
Yeah. We're still a good, 7 weeks away from the draft. So we can get a couple more mock drafts in between then.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we got to do 4 at least. At least. So that'll be fun. Roy saying, should Tavondre Sweat lose 20 pounds or so? Yeah, we talked about this a little bit. I think he should. He weighed in at what? 366 at the combine?
Yeah, he was 366, and he looked every single one of those pounds moving anywhere. I mean, they talked about how amazing the 40 was. When you compare it to Mims, who's only 20 pounds lighter than him and ran it a full almost 2/10 faster, like it's really not that impressive.
Right.
I think 345 and Tavondre Sweat isn't losing any of his power or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good playing weight for him, a good solid playing weight.
He's still a space eater at 345. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
Yeah. I think losing some pounds would do him some good for sure. As it would do some good for myself too. So
who's got more to lose, do you think? You or him?
Maybe me. Maybe me. All right. Listen, I'm like 40 pounds past my playing weight from 10 years ago. Ever since I got married, not blaming this on the wife. She's a great cook. But I'm the one eating the food. So accountability. I'm leading to the front. I'm gonna lose some weight. It's gotta happen. So it was fun, guys. I'm glad that we were able to get this done in a reasonable amount of time. We're pretty good here. At like an hour and 32 minutes, not too shabby. We did pretty good on time. Again, we appreciate all of you guys joining us out there in the chat. Get involved in this little contest that we have going on our Discord. We're announcing the winner on St. Patrick's Day, our Sunday night show. Nickel City Mafia Rush Hour show, Nickel City Rush Hour, I should say. So stay tuned. Again, we appreciate it, guys. As always, go Bills.
Jet up.
Fins up.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a great night. Thank you all.